Do subscribe to our YouTube channel at Odeji TV. Also, like our page on Facebook, Odeji, so that you will get notifications whenever our reflections drop every morning. We are still on the principles of success. Today's topic remains corrections and discipline is the way to life. God bless. Good afternoon, good evening, depending on your time zone. I welcome you today to this mind renovating program in the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Remember, we are still dealing on the principles of success. That is what you need to know so that you will succeed when you are walking on a success lane. Today, I want to reflect with you on the topic that says, as correction and discipline are the way to life. It is a word I got from the book of Proverbs, chapter 6, verse 23b. Correction and discipline are the way to life. You know, nobody is a Mr. Know All. That's what many of us assume. We assume that we know that particular thing we are going to venture into. Thereby, we don't make consultations. We don't inquire from people who have been into the field. We don't inquire from research. You know, we just assume that we know it all. You know, a man who assumes that he knows it all will never make a headway in life. You don't know it all. There are things you don't know. And you need to accept there are things you don't know. You don't just assume that you know everything. You know, remember, there's a word that's saying that goes like this: nobody is an encyclopedia of knowledge. Nobody is an encyclopedia of knowledge, which simply means that you don't know everything. There are there are limitations to what you know as a man or as a woman. So there are people who also know what you don't know. There are people you know what they don't know. If there is a situation like this, that there are things you don't know, there are things you know, therefore you have to make consultation, you have to ask questions. It is during the process of asking questions and consultation that so many things you think you know, you will find out you don't know it, and you will be corrected. So that it is not that thing that you have been in your mind, on your memory, that you think is right. Most of the times they are not right. That's why you have to accept corrections. But you can't accept a correction if you have not voiced out. If you have not made the consultation, you have not made the research. Therefore, whatever you want to do as a human being, make sure you make a consultation. Make sure you get advices from so many people who have done that. Make sure you get your research. Go online so that you don't need to be ignorant of what you want to go into. No. If you are ignorant of what you want to go into, the saying goes, if you are ignorant of what you want to go into, when you move into it, it will drown you. You can't be ignorant of what you want to go into. Anything you want to go into, you must not be totally ignorant of it. You may not know everything about it until you have gotten inside, but you must at least make sure you know at least 60% of whatever you want to go into, so that that 16% knowledge will guide your thoughts, will guide your actions, will guide your words when you are doing that particular thing. Never you neglect corrections. And even when you are doing that thing and you see ideas that are contrary to yours, listen. Just like a student in the class. If you do something and a teacher corrects you, you need to accept it. Because if you have known everything, you won't go to school. I want to repeat it. A student in the class, if you do something and a teacher corrects you, you need to accept it. Because if you have known all, you won't be in the school. What we go to school is that so many things we assume. When we see it practically, we do not assume it again. We understand it. Understanding our wisdom should be your wife, should be your brothers, should be your sister. Discipline should be your watchword. You must be disciplined. Because it is only a disciplined human being that accepts correction. If you are not disciplined, you can't accept correction because you don't accept everything as correction. There are some things that people will tell you about what you want to go into just to demoralize you. There are things that will come as a in form of correction, but they are not corrections. They are just meant to kick you away from that ideas you have, from those ideas you have. Therefore, you must be disciplined enough to know when to accept a correction, when not to accept correction. And the only way to get disciplined is by the fear is by aligning with wisdom and understanding. And who is wisdom? Wisdom is God. You now see that the genesis of our life is God. The revelation of our life is also God. You can't avoid God in everything you are doing because you need wisdom. And that wisdom can only be given by God. And God Himself is wisdom, which means in us, because our body is the temple of the Holy Spirit, our body is the temple of God. God is already in us. That's why we are smaller gods. So what do you need? You need to allow God manifest through you and in you. And by doing this, you will be disciplined because the fear of God is the beginning of wisdom. You have to fear the God in you. You won't do anything that comes into your mind. And because you won't do anything, you won't accept anything too. And because you won't accept anything, you will be disciplined. And because you are disciplined, you will know what to accept and what not to accept. And if you are disciplined, you will accept corrections that are wise. And when you accept corrections, you are meant to improve on the knowledge you have already. These are the things we don't consider when we want to embark on a particular life journey. If you consider all these things that I don't mention now, you will find out that you will never make a mistake because you will always be corrected. You will be corrected by God, you will be corrected by man. And God will set people who will give you that correction. God will, from inside, will also correct you because there's always a voice speaking. Do not do this. This particular thing you are thinking is wrong. If you do it, look at the repercussion. If you do this, look at the reward. These things will be sounding in your memory, to be sounding in your brain day by day. So today, as we reflect on this, make sure that you accept corrections, wise corrections. Make sure that you do consultation, so that through your consultation, you will see what you think that it is A. It looks like A, but it's not A. So that you will be corrected. And when you accept correction and when you are disciplined, your life will be moving smoothly. And in the success lane, you will never regret because you must succeed. You must succeed. God bless you as we reflect on this today. May you always be blessed.